Hello everyone, it's Nemis Zoo. I know I haven't been on YouTube in a long time, and I know that I promised you all some videos and things. Well, they got scrapped because of some stuff that's happened, and let's just get right into it right before I go. So, look, I probably need to silence my phone. I don't know if you guys are hearing it, but, let me just silence that during this recording. So yes, this is a recording that I've made. I've recorded it multiple times till I was happy with it, because I am basically coming to you all asking for help and updating you on everything. So let's just get right down to it, okay? I will have in the description, I will have links to everything. I will also have a time code for how long the video is and where everything you can be found out and stuff, like where you can skip, what time to skip to if you don't want to hear a certain topic, or you don't want to hear politics and blah blah blah. So that, like that. But please, if you do want to help me out, watch the whole video fully through from beginning to end, because that helps me out on YouTube. Plus leaving comments and liking and subscribing always helps boost my channel even more. So, well, let's get down to it. So first things first, why didn't I stream the rest of the week? Well, I just got fed up with it. Like, there was just so much drama going on and things, and there was just so much crap going on that I just excuse me, I just couldn't handle it. Like, I just couldn't sit there and act like nothing was bothering me. I tried to do it. I tried to continue doing the build stream that day and just not say anything, but it's hard. I know a lot of you think, oh wow, look at their avatar, blah blah blah, or look at this person, they probably got money and things. The problem is, I'm an indie VTuber. I do everything on my own. I do the networking, I do the post online, I run the Discord, I do this, I do that, I do everything myself. About the only thing I don't do myself is the rigging and fixing of avatars, which I thankfully have someone who does that for me, and that's Kira Faye. God, I can't say her name correctly, but yeah, she does everything for me, and she even did the emotes on my Twitch channel and stuff. But like, it's just like, I just don't have the help, and I just feel like I don't have the support that I used to. Like, I know I don't, because a lot of people who, heck, just a good, like, literally majority of my mods are never in the stream. They pop in maybe every now and then, but they're just not there. They got their own life. They're doing their own streams and stuff, but which I don't fault anyone for, but it's just like, I don't have any other mods to turn to, because literally I don't have any other people to turn to and stuff. So it makes things harder on me, especially when I'm getting things like an email for sponsored streams and stuff. Like, yeah, I want to do them, but like, what's the point when I'm not getting these views? Like, I've passed so many sponsored streams, even paid streams, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do those. Like, can I do a video? Nope. They want that. They want the live stuff. They want the live streams and things, and I can't do it because I just don't have the views. Like, what's the point of me doing it if I'm not getting anything out of it and my community's not getting anything out of it? Like, yeah, the one I did is good because a lot of my people who watched me got a lot of prizes out of it and got free stuff for Cyberpunk and things. And they reached out and want me to do one for the Witcher packet that's coming out soon. But I don't know if I'm going to do it or not because, as I said, there's no point in doing it if I'm just having one person watch the stream. But let's get down to what happened. Okay? So for all of you that haven't been keeping up with VTuber news, or you only listen to Fosside and you watch them, or you only watch other people who do broadcasts about Twitch and stuff, they basically none of them covered the story that happened, basically because it wasn't affecting a majority of people. It was only affecting a minority, because I hate to say it, and this is a true fact, transgender people are a minority. We are a very small minority, even though people act like we're a big issue or a big problem and stuff, especially people on the far right. Well, an article came out, which I will post up here, a picture of it. All of they're here, and you will post a link to the article. But basically, it came up about Kirsch. I forget their last name, but they basically came out and have been pushing certain agendas that line up with a group from the 1930s. I can't really say that name on YouTube, but it starts with an N and ends with an I and has an A and a Z in the middle of it. So you spell that out for you, everyone, okay? But basically, that's what this VTuber is, and she has been pushing this stuff. She's been racist. She's posted pictures of a black person getting tased by the cops, and then right next to it, another picture of another black woman, though, right before the cops killed her, like seconds before they killed her. And her tweet was, "Who wore it better?" And she says that all this stuff is jokes and people are taking it out of context, and that they need to watch the full clips or watch the full video and blah 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 and stuff. Like, she did an apology video, like, and not video but post on Twitter, and it's just cringe. But you want to know what got covered by everyone? It wasn't that. It wasn't the fact that people were calling for gamer subs to drop her and drop several other people who's also sponsored by them, that's also pushing this rhetoric and stuff. Because if you all remember, when VTubers were blowing up, and a lot of VTubers still claim that they're LGBTQ plus allies, and that the VTuber community is very open and friendly to everyone, blah blah blah. Well, it's not. It's a lot of them are a scam and a sham and things. But something else also happened during the week, and it has to do with Cinder. Cinder basically came out to be a piece of shit who basically was gatekeeping from people who were her friends, and basically doing it to hurt them from being able to become more famous and stuff. And you want to know what? They're also part of gamer subs, and neither one of these people have been pulled from gamer subs as of this moment and things. And the curse thing actually happened 2 weeks ago. Let me correct myself. Happened 2 weeks ago. And then the Cinder thing happened this past week. But you want to know what more VTubers were talking about and things and going on about, Cinder. Nobody was no. And what's even funnier is a lot of the people who you think would speak up about, and I'm not going to name names, but let's just say a lot of people who claim to be LGBTQ plus are an LGBTQ plus space and things, a safe space and things, said nothing about it, and literally banned people from their streams for asking them what they thought about it or mentioning it and stuff. Like, and their whole stick was, well, I'm not a political VTuber, I'm not going to talk about that, it's a little political. It's not political when you literally have people basically like I just don't understand how you can pull the political card on some so against a group that you're claiming that you support and have a safe space for. Like, that's ridiculous. And that's the problem with the LGBTQ plus community, is we have tons of allies out there for us, but when it comes out to being about one specific group, the others tend to not support it. I wasn't going to talk, like, I haven't talked about this, but I was going to talk about it in the stream. Like, I was going to an LGBTQ plus group that was in my area to help me feel less alone and things, which it was helping out with. But gradually over the time, I started to realize, because of, like, I won't get into the personal factors because I don't want to dox myself, but let's just say because you're not trans enough or further into your transition than like someone who's fully transitioned over, they literally would treat you like shit. And even the ones that were fully transitioned over didn't even have that much support in the group. A lot of the people who got support in the group and got like a lot of help and a lot of talk and all this other stuff were mostly lesbians, gay, non-binary, and are poly, are people who were openly seeking orgies or threesomes and stuff like that. When it like kind of pissed me off, because it literally was supposed to be like a support group, and no, it was more of a, hey, let's get together, talk a little bit, and then let's all go screw. Like, no, that's not how this works. This is a support group. If you want to screw, that should be a separate function. Shouldn't be in the same function. But it's just like, with all that going on, and then the fact that right now our government is literally, this happened during the curse thing. Our government literally came out and said that they want to create a list of autistic people and trans people. They want a list made of those people, which brings back a lot of the same stuff that happened basically in the 1930s. The only thing missing is them burning down a place and then claiming it on another group, which if you get my drift, you know anything about trans history, and things, then you know what I'm talking about, especially if you know what happened in 1930. In the 1930s, I mean, that should be something you learned in school, people. But like, it just that happening during the same week occurs. Then the next week, still no one talking about it, but certain like very small VTubers who are trans, like me and stuff. And then the Cinder thing happened. But also during the Cinder thing happening, the US government put out a version of their CAS report. If you don't know what the CAS report is basically was a report that came out, I think, in 20. It's either earlier than 2020 or it came out in 2020. But basically, it was a report written by doctors, researchers, and with factual proofs and everything, all about transgenderness, gender dysphoria, and how to go about it and everything, or how to diagnose people with it and stuff. Well, our government decided to come out with an AI version of that report that's 400 pages, and it reads as if someone told AI to write a report that basically claims that anyone who's trans or thinking of being trans or are fully trans or in the middle of transitioning or who's autistic have a disease that's contagious and is making them dumber and needs to be cured of this disease and stuff, and pushing oh, I forget what the word is, but basically pushing dangerous stuff that has been deemed wrong and dangerous for many years, all for their political agenda, which is the far right's political agenda. And it's scary because it just shows how we're moving faster and faster and closer to literally the same shit that happened in the 1930s, because it was the minorities. They went after the first, and the smallest minority is the transgender community and stuff. So, and we was the first that they went after back in the 1930s, even though it wasn't the group you learned about in high school and things, because the main focus about that was, let's just talk about the main group that was sent to those camps and burned to death. Well, it wasn't just that group. There was plenty other groups that got sent there too. Minorities, people of color, like all types. It wasn't just you know who going, because, and I'm not, but it was like a lot of people and stuff. It slowly moved up to them before like it was us before it was them. But like it's just like, as someone who lives in the United States and is worried about this and literally has had my fiance assaulted and beat up by these people and things, like it scares me and it makes me depressed and stuff, because when I was growing up and things, it was a lot safer for us, and now it's becoming less and less safer every freaking day. And I mean, that's why we are seeking to somehow move into Canada, because it's way better. Like as soon as we know they're accepting asylum seekers, we're definitely signing up for that, because we're not going to stick around here. But that's most of everything that happened about that's political and stuff. Now I will get into the medical stuff that's going on. So I haven't really said anything about it. If you caught the VOD, if you watched the VOD for my last stream, you will probably heard me mention it before I ended the stream. I can't remember if I did or didn't, or if I cut it off before I mentioned it. But basically, I have found out that I may be losing my ability to walk. And if things continue as they are, without doctors intervening, I basically will not be able to do as much as I want to do. And I won't be able to afford it because I am on Medicaid, not Medicare, because they still have not given me qualifications of disabled, even though I technically am, which I don't get all those benefits yet, because we are still trying to get that. But like, this has been something that I've always feared and always worried about, because I like going places. I like exploring. I like going out. Like, I want to eventually be able to meet all of you and stuff. I want to be able to go to a convention and things, but like, as my health, like it just seems like every corner, every time I turn a corner, there's something new being discovered about my health that's making it worse and things. And then on top of that, I just found out that I'm now having to pay co-pays on everything, apparently, because I was charged $400 just for a doctor's visit, where literally I was at the doctor a few days ago, before I went back to the same place for this scan, and they told me, oh yeah, you don't need to copay. You don't have to copay for anything. You'll be fine. I'm like, oh great. And then like, I go in for the scan, and before they do the scan, they're like, oh yeah, you have a copay of $400. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I shouldn't have a copay. And he's like, well, it's because of all the new cuts to Medicaid and stuff. And I'm like, okay. And I've called my insurance afterwards, and I've called my primary doctor, and found out that, yeah, I'm gonna have to pay a copay of like $400 on anything I have done now. So that's going to hurt me going to the hospital, and hurt me getting the health I need, and to continue my transitioning and stuff. And it pushes back a lot of the surgeries and schedules and stuff I had planned, because literally I can't afford another one this month. Like, I can't afford another doctor visit or surgery or anything this month. Like, literally Lizzie had to put that on her credit card just so she could pay it off, and we're hoping it's paid off by she's gonna pay it off like like a little bit every week, but we're hoping that she's able to pay it off by the end of the month, because if not, interests are going to go up on her and it's going to cost even more next month and things. So it's just it's like I don't know. Am I I just realized my tracking's not working. There we go. Like it's just heartbreaking and stuff. Like we just don't know anymore. Like it's like I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to become healthier. I'm trying to get my health back in check, but it just seems like everything just keeps like hitting, and like all that stuff that I was talking about beforehand that was political, even though I don't think it was, all that, and then on top of that, this stuff with my health, that's all just deteriorating and making me slip even further into depression and things. That's why today I'm asking for your all's help in this. I don't think I am going to be streaming on Twitch unless it's for collabs or for a brand or a sponsored stream, because I can't stream on YouTube. But what I am going to do is I am going to start doing YouTube videos again and having YouTube videos up that you all can watch and enjoy, and hopefully it will help boost my numbers, and if I can get to 1,000 subscribers I can start streaming on YouTube, and and then slowly but surely hopefully I can move everyone from YouTube to Twitch and things. But like I just don't have any other idea of what else to do, because I don't have my stuff set up yet to do 3D printing. I don't have all that. Like I have the printer, I have the resin, and like I have some resin saved up and stuff, but like I still need certain things so that I can do it, because like I have to vent the air from those machines out the window, and I need a thing that like I have, like all of it's on my throne, which I will post a link down below to that and stuff. But that's why I need your all's help and views, comments, likes, and any support you guys can give me by getting stuff off the throne that's for 3D printing, or anything that you can help donate to my Ko-Fi to help with and things. Like I really need your all's help. Like I'm not just saying this and stuff, and you like ain't like just like I know like I'm all the time seem to be asking for like money or donations and stuff, but it's because I don't have anything else. I don't have a job. I can't work. I don't have an income. The only person making any money is Lizzie, and she basically covers our bills and like our food and our necessities and stuff. I'm literally, and even that is getting harder on us with the economy and groceries and everything. Like we are starting to eat less food. We're starting to buy less food too, because we just can't afford it and stuff. But like yeah, that's like I'm really need your all's help, because if and I want to also say that if you guys are able to help me out, please do, and hopefully by the end of next month I will be debuting my 2D avatar and debuting my new look. So yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to discuss. I think that's everything that I need to say. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on my dreams and stuff, but there's going to be changes and stuff and things, because I need to focus on my mental health, and streaming all the time isn't helping. So I'm hoping that maybe having videos out every week, maybe have at least 3 out every week and stuff starting next week, and things will help out. If not, I'm not giving up, because this is my dream. I want to see it come through, and I want to be a streamer that's out there. I want to be a streamer that's I don't want to be I would love to become Iron Mouse big, but that's not realistic. I would like to become at least big enough that I can make a difference in other people's lives and be a spokesperson for the transgender community and stuff in the VTuber space, because I can't really think of anyone that's like that. I know there's plenty of VTubers who are transgender and stuff, but I don't know of anyone who's out there talking about this stuff that we are going through and having to face and deal with, that basically a lot of these companies, and even hell, my own government, and even some of yours all's governments are basically fucking ignoring or going after us because of lies and slander and things. But yeah, so like I said, this is all I have to discuss. There will be time codes in the descriptions of when to jump to and where to jump to, and links to everything that I mentioned. But please, if you like my streams and like my videos, please watch more of my videos, and leave a like and comment and subscribe to help me get my name out there more, everyone. All right, hope you all have a good weekend, and I will see you all hopefully Wednesday for a collab with Hyrule, Kayla, and Kari in Baldur's Gate. Hopefully we'll be continuing that. I'm probably going to message them on Sunday to ask them about that. So hopefully we'll still have that going on. And I think maybe a stream also either this week or next week with The Witcher 3 for a brand and stuff, where they will be giving away prizes for anyone in the chat watching and stuff. So keep an eye out for a notice of that. And like I said, I love you all, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you hopefully Wednesday, all right, over on Twitch. Bye.